It's August 26th and time for another update. Start with carrots this week. The carrots are doing well, coming up, growing as normal. And since there's nothing else going in this bed the rest of the season, I'm going to let these things go as long as I can. I'm probably going to let these go into November and see how big they can get and see how they handle the weather and all that. Generally, the weather in November is pretty good. It doesn't get too cold, but they should be fine. And I'm going to get plenty of carrots out of this. This is my other bed of carrots. I planted this after I pulled up my potatoes, and they've been doing very well. The germination rate was okay, but by the time they fill out, it'll look like a full bed. And I planted these 2 inches apart like I did in the other bed, and I get really good results and a real good yield per square foot out of this. So I'm going to have plenty of carrots at the end of the season to take care of. So the long neck pumpkins are looking a little ratty, if you want to call them that. I've cut off all the old leaves. They are down there, right there, right there. That's the end of the plant. And last update, I had one pumpkin on each end of my right hand and left hand pumpkins, and I pollinated one, the right one, and nothing happened. So the one on the left never developed a flower. So this is all I get. So the one on the left right here has been at 26.5 inches long, but I think it looks like it's filling out. This one over here has always been a little bit smaller, but as they go into the season they fill out a little bit, especially that little bulby head down there. And we'll see what I get at the end of the season, but this is pretty much what I'm going to get out of my pumpkins. Here's another set of beets that I planted after I pulled out my beefsteak tomatoes. So I planted these 2 inches apart and 5 or 6 seeds in each hole, and this is what I get. I planted them all the way over to this edge right here, and I'll tell you what, I'm not happy with beets, and it might just be the soil, but these didn't come up well. These over here have filled out quite nicely, and I'm going to start picking some of these. Some of these beets, if you can look down in there, that is about 2 inches wide. There's another one right down there. See this one? So these beets are about ready to pull up and can. That's what I do with my beets. I can them, I don't freeze them. Now, these are my yellow beets, my gold beets, and these are showing some nice size in here as well. These are about ready. These are about a week or two behind the red beets. These are Detroit dark red. Now for my containers, there's my lettuce. I cut this off 4 or 5 days ago, and other than that weed right there, you can see they'll start growing back. I'll get another cut out of this before I'm done with that. I've got radishes over here. These radishes have been, I don't get the 30-day turnaround with my radishes. It's more like 5 or 6 weeks, but they'll be ready to pick in another week or two. A lot of them are filling out, a lot of them aren't. So I don't know, maybe I won't grow those in containers anymore. My peas are growing pretty good. These are going to be 4.5 feet tall up to here before they start producing any peas. But they're climbing up the trellis really nice. If you saw my earlier video, I planted 2 rows, one on this side, one on that side, and each row will just grow up the trellis all the way up, and it'll be like this. Oops, excuse me, kicking that thing around. So the peas will grow up the trellis, and when they grow like this, they stay separate, and it's easy to see everything that's going on in there and reach inside, and you don't have to dig through trying to find the peas. Here are my other containers of lettuce. These two are doing pretty good. I think it might just be a little hot. This one was coming up. I just got to remember to keep these watered. And I've got several different types of lettuce, and I've got a row of spinach in here. And then over here, this is the latest one I planted right here. I've got what I've got some other type of lettuce in there that, can't remember what it is. Back to my peppers. Peppers last year, this year did really well. I've been picking a lot of these red cayenne peppers. There's a lot of them in there. I've picked maybe 3 or 4 pounds of these. They don't weigh too much, but there's a lot. They really produce. And just waiting for them. I come up every 2 or 3 days to pick the really red ones. Now my Anaheim down here, these are really turning red. These are going to be nice. I like these big hot peppers. So I have from here over to here, about half this bed is these Anaheim, these hot chili peppers. Now, just to show you how good my peppers have done this year. Last year, I had it about 50 inches tall in this bed. The top of this post is at 49 inches, and this is what I got. So, over 50 inches tall. This one's about the same. So these peppers really do well, and I don't know if it's the soil, the climate, or just they like me. But these hot peppers have grown really well. Down here, I've got a lot of these peppers. They're really growing red. These are large red, and this is a day or two away from picking. These peppers, if you look at that, these peppers are $1 a piece at the store. And I'm getting a lot of these. They're all starting to turn now. Oops, excuse that leaf. But I'm getting a lot of color in the garden now. These peppers. And occasionally, one of the peppers will go bad and it'll start to rot. You just pull them out, throw them away. Let's see what else I got. Right there, some red. It's like yellow. There's a big yellow one too, just starting to turn. There's a couple bad ones, but there's a nice yellow one back in there. There's some more. This pepper's really nice. Nice yellow. Yellow and gold. Over here, some red ones down in there. And just really happy. Even though these peppers take the entire season to grow and mature. Here we go. It's still worth it because these are really nice. And one of the reasons I do all this is grow my own food is, you know, in the store there, the food is grown, especially the vegetables. The vegetables are grown to look good and not necessarily be good for you because they use the pesticides and everything to help the growth. And you know, they'll artificially ripen the tomatoes, stuff like that. And so I just know that the food that I'm growing is going to be healthy, no pesticides. I barely even use a Miracle Grow on it, maybe once or twice a season, but I just let this stuff grow, water it, and hope it comes out for the best. And usually it does. So that's it for now. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, if you like the videos in general, if they're helpful, give you a lot of information, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be back again soon with more stuff. Bye-bye.